How pretty the water is that you can see down through it. It's so clear. For some reason we've slowed down to cruise by this complex, if in fact we're not going to stop. But look at these, I'm sure, rental cabanas. And here I think we're panning the Albanian side. I don't know what large city that is, but it looks fairly large. This portion of the shoreline is so pretty. I don't know if you can see this butterfly following the boat. How cool is that? Spectacular setting for this collection of homes and businesses. Spectacular setting for these homes. Now, this would be a lovely place to live for a few weeks. This is St Naum ahead of us, and off here to the right in Albania is Ohrid, where I wanted to go, was supposed to go, but was told I shouldn't go there because it would be too long a trip just to get to Ohrid and then walk across the border and pick up a taxi to Ohrid. But this all worked out fine, so no big deal. And I'm guessing this may be the Drin River that Rebecca spoke about, although she also spoke about it for Struga, and that left me somewhat confused. She was awed by how clear this water was, flowing out of apparently many springs in this immediate area. First time Dragut has pulled this maneuver off. That was an interesting bird call, since it sounds like an eagle to me, or a hawk at the least. It's a nice, sweet bit of maneuvering. I don't know what fish we're after, but there's some good ones right there, cruising about. Here's some bread that someone has thrown in. I don't know if it was intentionally to attract that herd of minnows or not. First thing the businessmen do is get on their phone. Tree might have been old enough to be here when she was here 70 years ago. Every kind of tourist trashy knick-knack you can find is here as it would be anywhere else. And down here some restaurants. There's a willow tree that might well have been here when she was here. And if it was the weeping willow she was talking about, it's possible that one might have been here also. They were on the right and the poplars on the left. But what she remarked most was that water was on all sides, or seemed to be as you approached the monastery. On the left side here, the Drin River flowing down. She lauded it for its clarity. And on the right, of course, was Lake Ohrid, or Ohrid, excuse me. And she spoke not just of the Drid River, or the Drim River, excuse me, but of the collection of spring water that focused on the river and then emptied out apparently right here. Whether it always emptied out here, I don't know. You see small fish floating in the shallows. The river comes from two areas, suggesting, as she did, that it's all spread out throughout this whole area. And that seems to be the only poplar in evidence. Whether it was here at the time, I don't know. But to her, the whole left side, on my left side, was with poplar, and on the right were the willows. I can fantasize that perhaps Rebecca and her husband paddled about briefly in that relic of a boat sunk as an artifact of nostalgia. My little mini quest is to poke through the modern restoration, etc., and look for what might have been here when she was here, and perhaps that old bowl was. And perhaps that fountain worked that way, and this has just been built around it. Don't know. Pretty, but my guess is it's all relatively new. And that's, I think, maybe the national bird, since it's on their coins. A pretty selection, for sure. Whether this was new or not, I don't know. The doors look old, but the rest doesn't. I've never understood what the value, other than aesthetic, was of all those pieces of metal through the wood. Here it is only decoration. You can see the other end. And she spoke of the two towers, one higher than the other. They're more like three now. And I wonder if this is the tower that she spoke of that was, she thought, such an abomination that the priest Nikolai had authorized because the people required it, or requested. The female, methinks. When she was here in 1941, she described the square that surrounds the monastery as being populated by buildings of different colors that had been added over the time for different reasons. And they were different colors because the priests had been given different colors of paint with which to work. She considered this to be a dark exterior. Much of this work, like whatever those devices that holds those holes, looks new. Who knows what this thin lapidarium is, what that device would have been for. This, of course, looks old, whatever it was. Maybe this is the cistern or the well. We can see down inside of it. I'm sure people drop coins.